Good day everybody, welcome back to the second part of my bundle series. So this was the bundle number 1, which is a lot of 3 colors and a white. So we got sapphire blue, turquoise blue, sand color and white. So for this second layer, I'm going to build this piece up a little bit. I'm not going to need a lot of colorant. I'm just going to need the white, obviously, and I'm going to need a very transparent blue, okay, because I'm going to be applying it in certain areas. So I've just got a tiny little bit of blue, and I think that's even too much, but we'll see, because it will look transparent in the cup, but when I apply it over this turquoise blue, it will appear darker. So I'm just rubbing that stick against the side of the cup to make sure that I get all that pigment off the stick. And these are the same cups that I've used in the previous piece. I've just cleaned them up, washed them. They actually washed really well in soapy water. So really good idea. These are the Eco Art Solutions products. They're silicone cups, and guys, I don't get any credit for this. I don't want any credit. I really believe in helping other people, because you guys are helping me by sharing what I do, clicking that like button, subscribing, buying my product. That is all helping. So I really believe in helping others as well. It's sharing is caring, as they say. So okay, that's quite transparent. I really wanted it a little bit more transparent, but it is what it is now. I could tone it down a bit more, because I've got plenty of clear left, but I'm going to need that clear. So anyway, but I will add just a tiny little bit. I wanted it quite transparent. I just sometimes forget how pigmented these pastes are. So give it a bit of a stir. Now let's see. I will start. See that? That is the color that you get. Quite transparent, but if you're working with it really transparent, you've got to make sure it's really sturdy. Not because it won't set, it will still set, but because you can really see any unmixed little bits that you don't want in your piece. Okay, so make sure it's really stirred well. When you're working on quite an opaque sort of level, then it doesn't really matter if you get those bits, because it'll still set, it just won't and it won't show, but this will definitely show. So I'm looking on the side of that cup now how transparent this is, and you can see that. That's lovely. But once I pour it over this green, you will lose that transparency and you will get a different color. So this is going to be very interesting. I will pour some over here first. And it all adds to it. You may think, oh, you're just covering things up now, but you can actually see the different colors underneath there because it's so transparent. And I don't have the sides taped. Not this time. I really want to have it flowing, and I will collect whatever goes on my table. I will collect all that and use it. Nothing gets wasted in this studio, I can tell you that for sure. Alright, so see, you can still see the different colors underneath there. And if you haven't seen how I got to this point, watch the previous video and you will see it, and you will learn all about this new bundle that I am introducing. The moment I actually thought about this bundle quite some time ago, but never got around to it, and then my friend Kathy Lane. Yes, you heard me right, Kathy Lane. Last time she was here to visit, she suggested saying, why don't you just do the bundles and help people out? And I thought, wow, okay, I will actually do that. And that's what I'm doing. Just a little bit extra work for me, but I don't mind. And also, if you buy a bundle, you know, you'll save, because bundles are cheaper to buy than buying them individually. And I'm making sure that you guys are happy and arting. That's what it's all about. So wherever there was that dark pigment, it's just deepening that part. And wherever it was a little bit lighter, you can see the difference in color and just the subtleness of it all. It looks great. I do want to use this up over here. And I want to use the whole thing up actually. I always leave a tiny little bit in the cup though, just for Ron later on. And just going with my finger and adding that. Now if you were happy with whatever's in the bottom, then you don't need to you don't need to apply any color at all. You just apply the white and the clear, because the clear helps the white move around. Okay, so that's what I've got on here. I don't mind having that, and that's going to blow, you know, I'll blow it with a heat gun and it'll all move and mingle and be really, really awesome. Might put some of this up here actually, since I've got some, and then add some white to it. And when that mixes with that white, it'll look awesome. Fingers crossed. You just never know, do you? Because if I stuff this up now, I'm screwed. It's supposed to look really, really nice. But let's try. Let's give it a go. I haven't sanded my previous piece, my set piece. I never do with resin, because resin really sticks well to resin. So I never do it. I think it's a waste of time and just creates unnecessary dust in the air. So I don't do it. If you like to do it, do it. A lot of people like to do it. That's fine. I don't. And I don't do it. Okay, so enough playing with this. Let's get on to some clear and some white. Just got to clean my fingers a little bit. I'm going to go with the white, with the clear first. Another thing that I love about these, they're so flexible and you've got so much control. I'm just going to cover the areas where I want to have that white. And some of that white underneath there will still show. It'll just give it a really nice effect, and that's what we're after, you know. Trying to create an illusion of a wave here. There's some really nice cells there, which I love. I want to add some over here too. So we'll use up all of this clear. And I always pull it back and forth, just to cover those areas that I missed, and I don't create blobs. I want a nice smooth kind of flow. And I might even, if I'm able to, scrape just a little bit up and just put some down here and create a little wave just here. That would be great. Okay, that is that now, the white. Okay, here we go. Might start at the bottom here. I'm just looking sideways, just making sure, and I missed some parts here. I'm just dabbing them down, just making sure the resin is, the board is covered. And I will go with some of this white. I don't want a lot down here. Just following that clear. There's actually no clear up here, that's just going to be white like that. And we're going to go and pour this down here. Like that. Another one up here. I could do a really big wave and splash, but I won't do that. Just going to follow this. So notice how it's thicker there. Did that on purpose. I'm going to do the same thing up here. Right, tiny bit of that white left there. So here we go, and I've just noticed that I've got something here which I need to poke out. Oh, that's just pigment. Okay, it's going to be interesting. Right, torch, loosen it up a little bit. And you can see that the torch is already working there. Here comes the, yes, you guessed it, the heat gun. Nice and hot. Might just turn the speed down to a little bit lower. And here we go. Oh, can you believe it? I managed to get it stuck. Now, let's see, I've got a lot of spillage down there. Oh, it's not that bad. But that's all going to pull down. And it's going to relax. Just want to make sure that this is not some object that's not supposed to be in there. So it's all creating a lot of cells, a lot of foam for me. At this stage, I can tilt it a little bit and move it if I want to. I can tilt it back. This is what I will do, I think. Look at that. Oh gosh, that's really, really cool right there. Let's tilt it back. You can still see that stuff underneath there, which is quite cool. I like that. Really like that. I like that. This has created something really awesome, but not too keen on that. I've got some sort of a hair here. Yeah, not too keen on that there, but we can fix that. This is really cool. I'm going to pull it back some more. and you can see what's happening here. Gonna have to fix that just with a little swipe, just to make it continuing that way. That there is really, really awesome. I'm going to use my stick to pull that white through a little bit, create a little foam, and then pull that same stick through across. That there is really awesome. Let's try. I don't have any of my clear. Oh, I've got a tiny little bit of clear left. I might use it. And maybe add a little bit more white over here. See if I don't ruin it. Hopefully I don't. It's really, really pretty, this. Add that white there. I definitely want to add a little bit over here. That's really, really cool. Whatever I've got left here, I'm just going to pull it over here. So make that a continuous line there. And let's get the heat gun again. Ah, that's really cool. So I've turned the canvas, the board around the other way now, so I can push it the opposite way with the heat gun. And I'm using various speeds and as well as angles as to where I want these waves or these kind of effects to be directed to. May not work. I'm happy with that now. What I was doing there was just shaping that wave a little bit and gave this a little bit of something as well. I might just go around and draw something with my pointy stick. Where did I put it? Here it is. I'm not sure what that could be, and I don't really need it there. It's really cool, but I don't need it there, so I might just do a little tiny little swipe. And then hit it a little bit with the heat gun and do something with it. So let's just try and shape this little bit of wave that I've got down here. I'm just going to pull this down from here. Just pulling it down. I use my pointy stick to connect those two. That's already done something, which is pretty cool. It just needed something, you know. Needed a little bit of something there. No more of that white left. A tiny little bit of this transparent blue, which I will possibly have just here, anywhere really, just to use it up. Okay, no more clear left, no more anything left. However, I do have a little bit of this white drippage down here, which I can collect and use. When you're doing art, you've got to know how to fix things. Not sure if I'm actually doing that, but I'm certainly having a go at trying. And any little bit helps. Pulling that out a little bit, just trying to give it a bit more there. And I can get some over here, which is not purely white. It's got a little bit of blue in it, which is a bummer, but oh well. Okay, now heat down just a little bit more. Maybe a tiny little tilt. Wow, that there is really crazy. That has created its own little whatever it is, and I quite like it. However, somebody will be screaming at me saying, leave it alone, leave it alone. So I will leave it alone. The only thing that I will do is I'm just going to try and push some of this out that way. See how that's changing that whole thing now? Just to reshape it a little bit. Tilting as I go. Beautiful. That's it, my friends. That is a really wild piece. I'm just tilting back a little bit now, just to fix up the bottom part of this wave. And that there just looks amazing. Oh dear. Alrighty. That there is just, it's just created a whole new level thing. I don't know what that is, but that's that angel white, which is absolutely amazing. I might just pull this down a bit. Just give it that continuous look. And yeah, happy with that. Alrighty, let's see. Looks great. I will leave it at this, and please let me know what you think, and hopefully I'll see you again in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.